of a week is Fridays, right? Because it follows a Saturday, Sunday, so it's at leave. Even us, when we go to take classes on Saturdays, we think, apart tomorrow is an off day, I can just relax at home. So I feel good going to college on a Saturday. But then, so that is a paradigm shift. I was thinking, saying, why can't we look at this whole ball game a little differently? Why can't we try and make, not Fridays, but the first day of the week, Monday is the most excited day of the week. Because when employees come to office, they need to feel refreshingly charged and have a pertinent reason to come to office every Monday morning. So we started, and I've been, that's one of my biggest innovations in life so far, where I started an idea called Thank God It's Monday, where every Monday afternoon, when our employees in different parts of the company and different parts of the country come to our offices every Monday, in the afternoon, there is a live band that plays music of their choice. Monday after Monday after Monday, in an initiative called Thank God It's Monday. This is a special function that happened, but then a regular Monday also looked like this with employees sitting down. The venue that you see right behind all the back places behind the audience is the cafeteria. Alright, where people sit and eat. At least about 2,500 people can eat at any given point in time in about 6 cafeterias that you see around the singer. And people sit in the amphitheater and look at the performer and listen to him and clap. So we found a band of our own employees. We have about 6,000 people in Bangalore. We have the same band in Mumbai and other locations as well, where we have about 7,000, 8,000 people in each office. We found a band of people who are interested in singing, playing the guitar, playing the drums, formed a band amongst ourselves, and we call ourselves the Rubber Band. We started performing Monday after Monday after Monday, music of the employee's choice in the cafeteria. Alright, and obviously 9 out of 10 of us like listening to good music here itself, right? All of us love good music. One or two of you might like singing or playing some instruments. But the general criteria is that 9 out of 10 of them like good music. So why don't we attack that phenomenon and present them a platter of music every Monday when they come for lunch. So that's what happened and made us start Thank God It's Monday. We started in 2006 and today I stand before you having completed over 293 Thank God It's Mondays in a row. What happens is every Monday a large group of people like this, few thousands of them come and sit there, watch the band, clap for their colleagues, applaud them, whistle them, go back to their home, take videos, post it on Facebook. It makes them believe when they come to office on a Monday saying, "Arey, today Thank God It's Monday." Say, you know what, my friend is singing. Today they'll be singing that song which is my favorite. So there's a lot of positive vibe. It's just a small initiative, but the impact it had was phenomenal. Monday after Monday after Monday, it started making employees believe that Monday is really excited. When the entire world was cribbing coming to office, we had our people feeling really excited. Okay, and this is just one of the tools that we've used. You see what happens on a normal Monday. So this is a normal Monday where people are having lunch behind, and the place where we are seeing this photo is where the audience sit down. No audience. The audience sit down and watch them perform, and these are our own employees who are coming there and exercising their passion to sing. So I sing, my friend sings. Like that, we exercise our passion. It's an opportunity that we give as well. What happens was it transforms. So today we finished 290 Mondays. We are the only band to enter into the Limca Book of Records for performing for 250 Mondays in a row. It's getting to 300 in November. So there is a bit of history that we established with it. You go through that monkey visual yet again. It was something out of the ordinary. We went outside our comfort zone, and the result was something path-breaking. An initiative like this has never happened ever before in corporate India. Yes, madam.
After 290 Mondays, doesn't it now become a mundane activity where you need to think out of the box?
Definitely not, because at every given point in time, you should assume that there is at least 22% attrition in the company. Alright? There's a large group. Every month, we hire about 200 freshers out of college. So there is a large chunk of people who actually come new month after month after month, and then this is something new. It just happens one day. It's a privileged show. It happens only on a Monday afternoon, and every Monday it's not the same songs. It's different. Don't you watch television songs every day? Does it get Monday? No, it's just the same. The same philosophy that people love listening to good songs. If you view a television match, today is India-Australia. If India loses, do you think people will not follow India-Pakistan match on Sunday? Obviously, we'll flock it. And even if we lose the T20, we'll immediately turn on to Champions League in October and start watching it. That's our philosophy, right? It's the same philosophy in music. We just hit it with that, and the crowd has never decreased. You saw the crowd here. This was taken 40 days back. 2,000 people flocking and all stuff. It's phenomenal. So that is the impact we've seen it for ourselves. This is one of the thoughts, one of the ideas I wanted to reiterate. Thank God It's Monday as a tool and a mechanism of out-of-the-box thinking. The next one in this process, obviously, the same way. This is just one of the tools. The second tool is when the entire world was going to the playgrounds and trying to play cricket and football and all that stuff. We started a very hatke. So this is the crowd that was watching it 2 Mondays back. Alright, the performance, etc. So this is another initiative that we started 6 months back, which has again caught the eye of a lot of media people, where we launched an initiative called Battle in the Basement, where the basement car park, we transformed it into a small cricket stadium, and we hosted an underground underarm cricket tournament, tennis ball cricket tournament. We have about 6,000 people in campus. 3,900 people have actually come and played this sport. They have formed 75 teams. and they've come and played this for 2 odd months, 2 full months. Every day in the afternoon during lunch and after office hours, they come, wear Hatke costumes and play this weird game, and they are cheering like IPL and everybody. There's a dance stage, there is live music that plays, etc., etc. So it transformed the whole life. Economic Times 6 months back wrote an article about us saying, this is one of the most innovative initiatives happening in corporate India, because when IPL was watching, every company was doing something on the field about IPL. But it was only iGate that actually brought the employees downwards. Instead of the sunlight, they brought them to the basement and made such a fun initiative happen, which has caught the eye of so many people. This is again out of the box. You could just do a conventional cricket tournament, step aside and do it a little differently. So there are a lot of colleges that have been talking to us to try and copy such of these initiatives which we are trying to do. The out of the box idea is something like this, where you do a normal process, you go aside and view it a little differently. Now, as I quickly move on, maybe the last 15 minutes, 8 minutes I have, so I need to be a lot more faster. I have a couple of games that I wanted to try and highlight here. There are 3 steps which, according to me, just like the monkey example, there are 3 things that I purposely follow and vigorously pursue. Be curious. If you lose that anxiety and that initiative to try and look at things little curiously and try and think that how can I better it and how can I make it a little exciting, then you lose the whole bargain. You just go into like a spoke in a wheel, like a cog in a machine. You just get caught in the mundane activities and it gets onto you. Boredom sneaks on very easily. You need to have the ability to try and, for example, if I've cracked TGIM, if I've cracked Battle in the Basement, it shouldn't get on to me. Every 3 months there has to be something a lot more exciting happening in my campus, which is out of the ordinary, which goes and surprises my target audience. If it doesn't surprise, then you lose the whole fizz about it. People will think that, okay, fine, it was just a one-day wonder and something else will come later. So that's the whole ball game. Now, it's very important to try and make connections where you think out of the box. You think there is a lot of parts in your whole bargain, where there are different processes that you do as a teacher, different initiatives that you handle. If not the entire process, sub-initiatives can also create a significant impact and significant difference. So, for example, TGIM being one of the babies, it was not just TGIM. At any given point in time, there are 136 initiatives that happen in my Bangalore campus. Okay, and 136 bole to at least every initiative goes on for a week, and parallelly there are a lot of initiatives happening. There is a photography club, while there are a group of people who are going trekking. So you need to think out of the ordinary to try and crack this. I'll tell you how this happens. How many of us believe that we are our biggest challenge? Instead of trying to ask HODs, instead of trying to ask people to try and point fingers or trying to, how many of us go inside the mind of our target audience and try and see how can I do it a little better? Alright, so it's very, very important when you actually consider this whole perspective. I'm coming back to my first initiative, that how can you challenge the paradigm shift? If you don't have the ability and the energy to challenge, I think so it's high time, because there are a lot of ways that we can try, and this is just an example that I'm quoting. There are truckloads of ways where you can try and make a significant impact in the regular mundane processes that you do, if you actually challenge the paradigm. Okay, I'm trying to give you perspectives. One of the games that I love playing today is this one. I'm going to take 2 minutes to try and crack this. All of us follow Bollywood music, right? Bollywood songs. I want you to, this is again a study model that I have developed, where I'm trying to communicate to students using interesting visuals of trying to crack mechanisms. Okay, this is a very Hatke example. So keep, just watch it with lighter vein, where I will be showing you some visuals. I want you to put the images that you see in the visuals together, okay, and give me the name of a popular Bollywood song. Clear? Alright, so for example, put these images together and give me the name of a popular Bollywood song. It is Hatke, it is a little different. I want you to step aside, put on your thinking caps and look at it a little differently. I'm sure nobody would have played this game before with you.
Is it a new number or an old time?
It's a very, very popular number. Who's that? Hand up.
Sorry.
Yeah, so what's the answer? Yep. Answer?
I think your Khali and Maza, you're mixing it and making it Masak Kali.
Precisely, so that's the way you play this game. The answer is Maza and Kali put together get you Maza Kali, which is Masak Kali, Masak Kali. Well done, I'm happy a lot of us follow Bollywood music. So that he set the context, so now let's get cracking, alright? Give me the answer for this one. Somebody blurted it somewhere? Madam, put your hand up. Answer? Dil to bacha hai ji. You see a dil in a bacha. Well done. Next one. Madam there?
Raja ko Rani se pyar.
Brilliantly. Raja ko Rani se pyar ho gaya. Well done. a lot more better. Now that you're all experts, I'm giving you a tough one. The clue for you is the arrow mark there. What's the song? What's the song? The clue for you is the arrow mark. What's the arrow mark pointing to? Madam. You're half right. Everybody's talking, which is a good sign. Madam, there in the last. Shout, it's okay.
I'm not very sure. Kabhi kabhi nahi nahi.
Kabhi kabhi nahi nahi, no. You're almost there. Need to think little more outside the room. It'll crack it. She's cracked it. Brilliant, very well done. I think so. A round of applause. The answer is Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. There's a cup and an E gets you Kabhi. The baby saying bye bye, which is Alvida, and no is Na Kehna. Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. Well done, madam. It can't get every time. It can't get easier. That was very well done. Next one. Let's. You have to think radically little different.
In a picture, are there two hippopotamus?
Yeah.
So 2 plus 2, 4. 2 or 2, 5.
No, where does the hippopotamus come into play? Okay, so there are two nice cute hippos there. Hips. Yeah, that's precisely, it's the Shakira number, hips don't lie, and that's the way you crack it. Well done, gentlemen. You didn't blurt it out, but nicely done. I'll give you another one. Yeah. Somebody? Yeah, absolutely. Hum to make kamre mein band ho. Well done. So the idea is to try and get cracking to look at problems a little differently. So I use quizzing as a methodology for any of the curriculums as well. But this is a small hotkey example that I wanted to show you to try and say if you can do any of our day-to-day. I'm in the process of trying to devise a curriculum for economics which can have a lot of quizzes like this which gets people cracking on some of the models. It's also about connecting the dots. I'm going to play another one which is quick and easy. And you're going to see images, alright? You're going to see, just like the Bollywood game, you're going to see images. It's a little more intellectual. I want you to put the images together and give me the name of a famous personality. A famous personality. So you need to look at the parts. The sum total of the parts, you don't look at the bigger pictures, look at the small parts as well and see what clue you can take from each picture. Think out of the box and give me the name of a personality which both the pictures are leading to. Okay? You can see personalities in the picture as well. You're going to take a clue from that personality, right? Here we go, first one. Madam there, yeah? Precisely, Neil Nitin Mukesh, you take a Neil from there and Armstrong gets you Neil Armstrong. Well done, lady. Next one, right? Tough to follow football? It's tough, shall I move on? Okay, I'll go to the next one. Lack of time, this one, check this out. Pretty easy. Put your hand up, I'm going to come to you. Put your hand up, I'm going to come to you. Gentlemen there, absolutely. Warren N gets you a Warren and a buffet spread is there, niche, so you get your Warren buffet. Well done. Next one. Teacher should crack this one very well. Absolutely, madam. The only personality in the world with a sling in the hand is David. David Copperfield gets you David Copperfield. Should I do this here? Let me just try. Okay. If you crack this clue, I think so you're in some bit of trouble. That's okay. Yeah, no good. Crack the answer and give me the answer. Anybody getting closer? Okay. So let's crack it together. Okay. So who's that? Steve Jobs, and Steve is common. Okay, so you take a clue from there. Steve, something that rhymes with this brand. What brand is this?
Royal.
Royal? No, it's not Royal. It's? Yeah, madam. What is that? It's an alcohol brand. Should I praise your general knowledge or your appetite for that? I don't know. But it is. So something that rhymes with a brand, it's a brand called Carlsberg. Something that rhymes with a brand called Carlsberg is a name called Steven Spielberg. Alright, so that's why I told you that if you crack this visual, you're in some bit of trouble. Recently, I played this with a group of under 18 girls and they cracked it too. So Dr. Rangaswamy out here will be thinking that these kids today are too spoiled. Alright, crack this one of my favorite imageries. This is exactly where you should look at only the sub parts. It will be very easy to crack. Gentlemen there. Nah. Yeah, you could take that angels and try and think Angela, but no. If you look at the parts, you'll be able to crack it easily. It's usual that people... Pardon?
Malinga?
Nah, no. It's people who don't follow cricket actually crack it much more faster. Who's that? Yes, gentlemen, it is. How did you crack it? How did you crack it? Precisely. And LNA, so that's why you look at only the parts. If you look at that imagery, you get lost in this. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Monday is highlighted. So take a Monday from there. LNA in Los Angeles is highlighted. You take a La, it gives you a Monday La. That visual, what does it lead to? That's David Shepard. He actually puts one leg in the air. Whenever the score reads 111, 222, 333, it's called the Nelson's effect. So you take a Nelson from there. Nelson and Mandela gives you Nelson Mandela. Well done, gentlemen. Nicely done. Last 3-4 minutes, I'm trying to look at presenting examples to you which I believe as a methodology of play communicates a lot of education to the target audience. I intend to do that much more actively in my area of teaching as well. Last but not the least, I go back to my last perspective, which is stepping aside and looking the current day jobs that we're doing a little differently. I'll play one video here, which is my favorite, which actually stepped aside from a normal routine and presented a product to the audience in a manner that was never seen before. It won a gold in the Cannes Advertisement Festival, which is the biggest honor for any advertisement ever, and this is my favorite. So have a look at it from a out-of-the-box perspective. How many of us thought that we can actually present it this way? I want you to read it. In India, bangles, locket and vermilion mark on the forehead are symbols of a married woman. Daily, the husband applies the vermilion on the wife's forehead, and it is believed to be connected to his lifeline, the vermilion. When the husband dies, Rudali professionals come and strip the woman of these symbols, right? They just... Something that's really permanent. Isn't that amazing? So a perspective of permanency was taken and they looked at it in an out-of-the-box perspective. It was absolute genius. So that's something that I propagate wherever. Lastly, I told you that I teach marketing and branding as well. A particular 1-minute video that I very, very fondly use whenever I teach marketing. Something that I personally spent about 3 months or 6 months to try and learn. This video taught me in 5 minutes. Okay, and no offense is meant, but then have fun watching this video. It's actually a brilliant case of trying to teach people in a manner that they appreciate and understand a lot more.
Marketing concepts in 2 minutes. You see a gorgeous girl at a party, you go up to her and say, "I'm very rich, marry me." That is direct marketing. You are at a party with a bunch of friends and see a gorgeous girl. One of your friends goes up to her and pointing at you says, "He's very rich, marry him." That is advertising. You see a gorgeous girl at a party. You go up to her and get her telephone number. The next day you call and say, "Hi, I'm very rich, marry me." That is telemarketing. You are at a party and see a gorgeous girl. You get up and straighten your tie, you walk up to her and pour her a drink, you open the door of the car for her, pick up her bag after she drops it, offer her a ride and then say, "By the way, I'm rich, will you marry me?" That is public relations. You are at a party and see a gorgeous girl. She walks up to you and says, "You are very rich, can you marry me?" That is brand recognition. You see a gorgeous girl at a party. You go up to her and say, "I'm very rich, marry me." She gives you a nice hard slap on your face. That is customer feedback. You see a gorgeous girl at a party. You go up to her and say, "I am very rich, marry me." And she introduces you to her husband. That is demand and supply gap. You see a gorgeous girl at a party. You go up to her and before you say anything, another person come and tell her, "I'm rich, will you marry me?" And she goes with them. That is competition eating into your market share. You see a gorgeous girl at a party, you go up to her, and before you say, "I am rich, marry me," your wife arrives. That is restriction for entering new markets.
So there are easier and much more fun way of trying to do this, and I am in the process of propagating this as a big time curriculum as well. It's just that if we open our eyes to the external world and speeden up our thought process to the manner in which our audiences, which is basically students, would appreciate and understand this, I think so that's half the ocean crossed. It's just that we need to put ourselves in their shoes to try and understand how can we initiate social media and audiovisual aids to try and make this happen, and I'm a great philosopher of that. That's one point. This is of course a very out of the box way of trying to propagate marketing concepts, and it's been, whichever audience I've communicated this, it's been brilliant to try and solve. Every child is an artist. All of us were an artist. We were passionate about something. We did something really different. All of us were unique in our own selves when we were a child. It's just that we lose that artistic touch when we grow up. It's just that you need to go back and discover the child within. And lastly, before I leave, I'm going to ask you a question. What do you call a deaf Pakistani cricketer? What name? Something? You can call him whatever you want. He's anyway deaf. He can't hear. Ladies and gentlemen, just don't take life too seriously. It's out of the box thinking starts there when we actually stop taking things a lot too seriously. There's a lot more excitement and a lot more initiatives. You'll be surprised by the results that it will take when you actually start moving outside the ordinary, moving outside your box. Move outside your box. I think so it's more, if not moving outside the box, it's time to move outside the room. I thank you for the time and effort that you've spent in listening to me for about...
You should take a pace to bring it home.
I wanted to do it in my own way, which is play with all of you and try and leave a message. Preaching, I think so, all of you, there's nothing in books that I'm going to communicate because all of you know it best. But that's the background I come from, and I wanted to leave you all with that thought. We'll take a few questions with the time that we have, and then we'll wrap it up. And I hope to have done justice in trying to play with all of you, which is the intention of coming here, to try and have some fun and get some learning in the process. Thank you so much for being wide awake.
So now there are how many exciting days in a week?
I very proudly communicate, recently, about a month back, I completed 6 years working for iGate. Alright, and I put it up on my Facebook wall that I genuinely felt for it. Perpetually, my message status in most of my communication modes is I never thought that my weekend is 7 days long. I never thought my weekend is 7 days long. I never thought that going on a vacation would be packing my bags and going to office every morning. Alright, so it's been ages that we've actually taken a vacation and all that stuff. But the biggest vacation is the one that you actually take where you actually go and do something that you love doing. You don't work for a single day in your life, and I'm fortunate that I found a job of my choice. So that answers your question.
All 7 days are exciting.
Absolutely. So there's no, for example, today I'm here with you. It doesn't mean that yesterday was less exciting. Last night was my best friend's birthday. So we were all ready for a surprise party. We redecorated our whole house with balloons and all that stuff. Cut the cake at 12 o'clock, went for a walk, came back at 2 o'clock, finished this presentation at 3 o'clock, took a nap. We came here. We have a 3:30 meeting for a dance competition that's coming up. A 4:30 to 6:30 con call for a band performance that is happening at a mall nearby. So much amount of excitement in the air. there. We all gang up at the same birthday party. We're having a house party at 7:30 for the India-Australia match together tonight. So it just cannot get any more exciting.
All the 7 days could be exciting for everybody.
Absolutely. So it's just that you will find your reason to feel it exciting. It's just that you need to look at your life in a little exciting manner or create that excitement. It will happen.
And one can do it.
Absolutely. It's very easy. It's just that you need to leave the seriousness and look at the fun side of life. I've just been...
One more question.
Any more questions, please? Anybody else? Anything else that you think I can be of any value?
Yeah, any questions?
Lady there at the end. Yes, ma'am. Stand up, please.
Yeah.
Could you please sing a song?
Yes.
Paucity of time, madam, but I will try. Pick a language. Alright, awesome.
We'll go for the song. I think we can go for the song.
Last 60 seconds,
Right?
I'll keep it for the
Yeah.
song. I have 60
Okay.
seconds for the song, which is enough.
Okay. Right.
Anybody else? On the serious front? If at all there was some seriousness in it. Yes, sir.
Any English song?
Okay, so the last and the only English song I know full-fledged is Why This Call Every Day.
Oh, that will do. That will do. Go ahead.
It's just something which we need to know from you as head sitting out here. Could you give us one clue by which we could convince our principal or someone to allow us such things? I'm sure they will, but you know, sometimes heads of organizations do come across as disciplinarians, which they need to. I'll tell you a personal experience. A colleague of mine got a memo, was given reprimanded for having played Antakshari in class, which was a tutorial. So, is there some way to communicate your idea to even higher ups?
See, the belief should start from higher up. So I doubt it if I have faced such roadblocks as well, strict managers, tough administrators, etc. But it's just that I have found one way where I put myself in their shoes, saying these are the constraints, this is the box that they've given me. In spite of being in this box, how can I try and inculcate my philosophies and not lose my core essence? If I go with the crowd, then I become one of them. So if they put that Antakshari cannot be played, what's wrong with playing such kind of quizzes that I play, which may have a Bollywood connect to it or which may have the intellectual connect to it, which is interesting for the students too. Or move it outside the classroom, go and do an outdoor session. Who's stopping you? There's no cost associated with it. But it's just that if you inculcate that belief once in them, that okay, this fellow is doing something different, which is having a positive response on employees or students, then it starts. It's just that cracking that small ice in the first half, and you will have your own mechanism. I've done it my own way. I faced such roadblocks definitely. Madam?
Can I answer on your behalf?
Yeah, please.
Take Mr. Murli to your principal, I'm sure he will.
Yeah. I'll try my best. Yes, gentlemen.
I'm from computer science brain. So what kind of ideas can be incorporated for technology?
I am from computer science domain too. I work for a company where 28,000 employees are sitting before a computer and doing stuff. That's okay. They are there to do serious stuff too. But the serious, the out-of-the-box thoughts are required out of serious professionals. So we don't hire students from colleges thinking that they are going to become great coders. We are hiring them because they come with a set of passions. They can go and sing for the rubber band, yet come and do some awesome coding. So we need to teach students saying be yourself. I handle a 3-hour session for new joinees every month saying be yourself. Do not lose the enthusiasm. Do not lose that excitement. If you lose it, you become one among the lot, and which is not what we require. We need to tell students that your world doesn't start and end with the computer. You have to be yourself. Only then they'll be able to crack different means of trying to use that computer for something purposeful. Otherwise, they'll just be vomiting whatever you've taught them inside, and which is not what is required today. There are a lot of other students to try and do that.
What measures can be incorporated?
What measures? Methods? No, you just need to look aside and try and make your whole curriculum a lot more exciting. That's up to you to try and do a research and all that stuff. But coding is a very, very, very mundane, very, very tough chance to do. But we made it exciting by having an inter-department coding contest, by cracking a code and trying to make it a little differently. So we, like the principal he said, there are some rules, but we tweak that rules to try and make it fun. Maybe you're in the best position to try and understand how to try and make it happen. Done and over?
The song quickly.
A quick song? Quickly, okay. Ninnindale,